I can hear you.
Bet.
Yeah.
So in your mixer where there's the volume, you should see your microphone. Do you also so they can't hear you, but they probably can hear me while I'm
I
talking
can hear
right now.
y'all. I'm on my phone watching y'all live, and I can hear.
Yeah, they can hear now.
Yeah, so your microphone is not set up in your mixer, I bet. So what's happening is they can hear your desktop audio, so they can hear everybody else on Zoom, but they can't hear you because your microphone is not added to the mixer for this scene. So yeah, you drop that in there and you're fine.
Another Teddy Riley moment. Man.
All right, we should be good now. Should be good now. Can y'all hear me now? I'm looking at the chat. Looking at the chat. I know y'all can hear me on the Zoom.
Rika said, "Okay, tech support."
I got you. Tech support for life.
Okay, no, I think it's good. I think it's good. All right, sorry for the delay, y'all. Sorry for the delay. I'm sorry, man. This is like the episode. This was not supposed to happen. I apologize, man. I apologize. It's on me. I'm not even gonna waste no more time. More love episode. We got the dating episode coming up. We got Rika, Queen Rika. She's gonna be choosing from 3 very eligible bachelors. They're about to get on here and answer some questions. If you remember like the old school dating game where they used to have like the divide and like the woman would ask some questions to a guy and she'd pick at the end. That's kind of the feel we're going for. So basically we'll have rounds where she's gonna ask different questions. We're gonna just sit back. We're gonna be in the chat with y'all today. This is something we really looking forward to. We're just gonna be cutting up with y'all. We're gonna let Rika run the show and we'll step in if we need to. But do we need to say anything before we transition over? Or?
No, bro. Let's get to the
Okay.
show.
All right. Okay. Well, without further ado, there she is, y'all. Hey.
Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
Happy Wednesday. This your girl, Rick the Freak. I'm here to cut up with y'all. I'm curious to see who these 3 guys are. All I see is a picture of the comic book Black Panther. Okay, you automatically are gonna pass round 1. But let's go ahead and Rika's future ex-husband. Are y'all serious?
Wait. You're not even supposed to be looking at none of that.
You looking way too.
You're not even supposed to be in the participants.
You're not even supposed to be looking at none of that.
But that's what it says.
Okay, no, but look, you're not supposed to look at that. Okay, just
glad
focus.
he knows I'm divorcing him, but all right, whatever. I'm here for y'all. What are we doing next?
Okay, so basically, we're gonna throw it over to you, right? But before we do that, I would just ask that if you're not talking and you're one of the contestants, just keep yourself muted. That way, it's no feedback from the mics or anything like that. But let's start it off like this. So again, contestants, do not say your name, right? But I'm gonna start off with contestant 1. Just tell Rika something interesting about yourself, and then we're gonna go down the line. Then we'll throw it to her so she can start asking questions. So contestant number 1, it's on you.
And you will have to unmute yourself before you talk.
Yeah, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
I am unmuted. All right. Good evening, Miss Africa. Well, hope all is well. I am. Oh my God, about me.
Something
Oh my God, I've been solo for so long. It's been I'm like Knight Rider. One man can make a difference.
Okay.
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 Okay, King.
I like it. I
Okay.
like it. All right. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. So contestant number 2, man. What you got, bro? Just tell us something. Tell Rika something interesting about you, man.
How you doing, Rika? Let's see, something about myself. I'm just trying to find my way to navigate through the world. I need a plus. I need a plus one to navigate with me. You feel me? So we can do it as a team.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Okay.
DeMarco.
All right. And last but not least, man, contestant 3. Just tell the young lady something interesting about yourself. Then we'll get started.
Good afternoon, Rika. Not too much to say except I'm single, I'm solo, and I'm solo because I'm happy. I know that sounds a little bad. It sounds a little backwards, but I'm solo because I'm happy. See, when you're happy, you know where you are in this world. You can wait and be patient and be picky. And so because I'm happy with myself, I can be picky.
Okay.
So let's see if I'm gonna be picky.
Okay, so contestant number 3 is Rika's future ex-boyfriend.
Okay. All right. So without further ado, so basically, here's what we're gonna do, guys, and we'll let Rika try to pick like who she wants to answer the question first, but it'll be rounds, right? So she's got a bunch of questions. I think about 10 or so. We'll try to get through as many as we can, and so she's gonna, say, okay, for this round, contestant 2, you answer first or whatever. But she's gonna ask a question, and then we want to hear your responses, and then basically we're gonna look at the chat to see who they feel like's winning. We got a couple of score boxes, so we'll kind of mess around with that. But yeah, Rika, what's your first question, and who do you want to answer it first?
All right.
Do we want Rika to introduce herself?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Rika, tell them something about you. Yeah, introduce yourself,
About
Queen.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi guys. It's me again. Shut up, Marcel. My name's Rika. I can't put no governments on here. The Russians are after me. I've been running from the government for about 8 years now. However, just like my future ex-boyfriend, contestant number 3, I am single because I'm happy. I am very content with my own solitude. I was kind of coerced to be here. I didn't ask to look for a partner. So I'm kind of putting my faith and trust in you guys. But I'm out here in Southern California minding my business and drinking water.
Okay. All right. So what's your first question, and which contestant do you want to answer first?
All right. So we're just going to go in order with 1, 2 to 3. I wanted to start off really light. However, these questions are a little silly, but these are things that I kind of base your character on.
Okay.
So I want to start with question number 1. Shut up, Marcel. My name's Chicken or Popeyes, and why? Contestant number 1, please answer.
You said Church's Chicken or Popeyes?
Yes.
Oh my God, I am torn. But I'm torn because I ain't gonna lie. I got on that whole chicken sandwich deal. But here's the thing about Church's though. The joke back in the day was you could get like 8 pieces of chicken for like $1.99, and I was all about that. And even on Tuesday nights, you could get like 3 pieces for like $1.89 on Tuesday nights with the lines wrapped around. Having said that, I want to give it to Popeyes mainly because I like their veggies. I'm a fan of that, and yeah, I'm gonna go with that because I don't have to worry about aftertaste of processed fast food cooked chicken. So I'm gonna take Popeyes in that regard.
All right, contestant number 1's answer is Popeyes for $500. Contestant number 2, what is your answer and why?
All right, so to be fair, I haven't had Churches since the 90s, so I don't even remember what it tastes like, but I'm more of a Popeyes guy, mainly because of the flavor and the variety is what keeps me going back to Popeyes. So that's what I got.
Okay.
Contestant number 3.
Popeyes is my choice. Churches is disgusting. And I can't, I think the last time I had Churches was like 10, 12, 13, 14 years ago. And they refry they use the chicken grease to fry everything. I think they even throw the biscuits in the grease.
Contestant number 3, have I been on a date with you before? Because your voice is sounding hella familiar.
I don't know. Have you?
You don't know him. You don't know. You don't know.
He sounds
This
kind
is
of
fresh.
familiar.
This is fresh. All right.
If I find out you're lying to me by the end of the show, everyone dies. Okay. All right. So I'm a little torn. Churches is better than Popeyes, but I'm a little open-minded to people who are go Popeyes. So did all of y'all try the chicken sandwich? Were y'all the people that was in line for 3 hours when the sandwich dropped at Popeyes? Were you those people?
She getting off script now.
You're right. Like, who cares?
So I will say this: I think churches is different regionally. So I can only judge churches from where I grew up and how I had it. So I don't know if it's different in Cali or something, but where I'm from, you just don't eat at churches.
That's facts.
Unless you got unless you're on your last $5.
Well, I will forever be on my last $10. Let's move on to question number 2. All right. Wow. Question number 2, dogs or cats, and why? Contestant number 1.
Oh man, that's a good one because cats are kind of independent, intelligent, and they actually pick when they want your attention or when they want to get the zoomies around 2 a.m. And if you touch them in certain places, they will scratch the hell out of you. However, your dog is always happy to see you. They don't judge. You could have a bad day and they'll actually take your bad day away from you. Whereas the cat doesn't really want to, if he senses that in you, he's not going to want to be around you till, you've rehabilitated yourself. So with that being said, just due to the independence, I'm going to roll with cats, but I do love my dog. But cats first.
Okay. Contestant number 1, all right. Contestant number 2, let's hear it.
All right, I'm torn on dogs and cats. I love animals, period. And I'm currently a cat owner, but it is the independence that has me drawn to cats a little more than dogs. Dogs require a little bit more maintenance than cats do. So I'm going to go with cats.
All right, contestant number 3.
Yeah, I don't like dogs or cats, and especially not in my house. So no dogs, no cats in my house or my bed. And honestly, right now, I just can't. As long as Black folks are getting treated the way we are, I could care less about animals. And that's just how I feel about it. But I don't care for animals at all. I'm indifferent to them. I mean, I'm not scared of them or anything, but I don't want them in my house.
You want that privacy.
That's totally respectable. Okay, that was interesting. Sel, Aaron, Raymond, y'all got any comments or concerns about that?
I mean, cats are clearly the better animal. So.
You know what? So when contestant number 1, like the way he was going with that cat answer, I thought he was gonna take that a different direction and try to shoot a like pretty clear shot, but he kind of, he played it safe, so that's cool.
No, like Tay said, contestant number 1 literally answered the question to not even answer the question. I wholehearily agree with that. He kind of just ran in circles, but it was a
be direct now. Be direct. Be assertive, Black man. Come on now.
You better praise him. All right, so we'll move on to question number 3 then. We'll take it a little bit more up in the scale here.
Let's go.
So who has kids? Contestant number 1.
I have 0 kids, but I am a mentor to many, an uncle several times over. But I do enjoy kids, playing with kids, loving on kids, then giving them back.
You sound like me.
His voice switched up compared to the first question, and I feel like I know this guy. Let's move on to...
Rika know the whole panel.
You don't know these people, Rika.
I might know the whole crew is all I'm saying. All right.
She's like, they all been in my inbox.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like I know these dudes. So let's move on to contestant number 2.
Okay.
Although I love kids, I don't have any of my own. I got 2 nieces, 2 nephews. I got 1 second cousin. I love them all to death, but nah, no children at all.
Damn, Sel, y'all really did your thing choosing these dudes for tonight. All right, bet. Contestant number 3.
I have 2 children.
Do tell.
1, 2.
How old? How old?
How old? Oh, 23 and 19.
So you're a little older.
Or I started when I was 12.
I'm pretty sure you weren't not pulling out at 12, but I can respect this. Okay, well, let's move on to the next question. I'm intrigued. Marcel, I think after this next question, I can possibly make a decision.
What?
Okay.
I think it's very possible.
After that, okay, all right.
No, I'm all about
Reese's
speed dating.
methodical out
Right.
here.
All right. So, question number 3. When was the last time you were romantically involved with anyone, whether it be a date that was not physical or you smashed somebody last night? When was the last time you were romantic with somebody?
I would say, oh my God, what? Okay, if we're counting from a romantic standpoint, we got to go. Oh my God, what's this? 2021? Let's go. Let's go 2018. If we talking feelings were involved.
When was the last time you had sex?
Not long ago.
Right before the Zoom?
Yesterday,
No.
right before the show, last week.
Ooh, man.
It was last week.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Hey, more power to you, man. Good for you. Okay, let's move on to contestant number 2.
The last time I was romantic with somebody was, I'd have to say, maybe the first week of November last year. So it hasn't been very long. It was a romantic little date. We had some meet at a nice Mexican spot, and she told me she was competitive. So instinctively, I was like, okay, well, we got an Andretti down the street. What you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we had some fun after that. So that's pretty much it.
November was the last time you smashed somebody?
No, that's not the last time. I said that's the last time we went on a date.
Okay, thanks for that answer. When was the last time you smashed someone?
Yesterday.
Hey, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, you asked the question.
Yeah. My boy.
Contestant number 3. What's your answer?
Does my hand count as an independent person?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Oh, okay. All right, then Monday.
Hey, respect to all 3 of you, man. This got tough.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're not going to end the show on that because I was like, damn, we ain't been here for 20 minutes.
I'm gonna ask another one. So let's make this a Russian roulette. I want someone in the comments to post a question that you really want me to ask, and this will probably be a determining factor.
So they asked a very Tate interjected a question just a few seconds ago. I don't know if you want to run with it.
Ooh, contestant number 1. When was the last time you ate bunkie?
Oh my God. Oh boy.
I'm a little old school. Give me what's bunkie? Did you say bunkie?
Are you talking about the groceries or you talking about
the groceries? Ass. Like the meat that's back here. Do you eat that?
Sel, I told you.
You know what? When you get older, there's a lot of things that you are comfortable with doing. And the things you would have said as a young guy that you would never do, you end up doing it now. I would probably say no, I have not.
Yeah.
You've never eaten ass like ever in your life?
No.
The surprise?
How old are you?
Why are we asking so many
Right, yeah,
questions?
because you following up, Ricky. You just
You
gotta
ask
let them
one
answer.
question, not follow up question.
No, because now I'm concerned. How old are you, sir?
Oh my God. No, you don't have to answer.
Ricky,
I'll
I haven't
answer
eaten
that.
ass
You ask
either.
one question.
I'll answer that question. I will be 47 next month.
Baby boy. Hi. Okay. Well,
She's so silly, bro.
number 2. Do you eat bunkie?
Nah, I don't.
Yeah, bro, we ain't eating ass like that,
What's
man.
wrong
I'm
with
sorry.
y'all, bro?
Hey, look
Hey,
here.
look,
I
look,
respect
listen,
this.
listen. There's nothing wrong with anybody who does it. I've just never been interested in doing that. That's just what it is.
Right.
This
Fair
is
enough,
rough now. This hurts. Okay, contestant number 3. Do you eat ass or no?
You about
Or
to lie?
no. No, I don't.
Okay, so now I have a concern, Marcel. Y'all picked all these dudes on here that are practically virgins on the show.
Not
Wow.
virgins.
Wow.
No.
You can go from experience to
Rika,
virgin over
I'm
eating?
not about to
All
ask
right,
a
man.
grown man, hey, yo, dog, you eat
Right.
ass? Oh,
Yeah, we weren't
that's the
messaging that to the
like,
contestant.
Ricky,
I'm sorry.
you in the
That
minority
should
here.
have been a prerequisite, though. Like, you can't come to university unless you've done the correct criteria in order prior to entering the
Yo,
school.
my bad.
All right, next question, Ricky.
I mean, I already have my decision right now, but we'll ask another one. I'm just kind of hurt. All right.
Maybe you can change that. You know, maybe they'll meet you and they'll be like, you know what?
That
Maybe
ass
I'll
looking pretty delicious. I'll taste it. You never know. You never know.
All right, before we, because I'm not over this question. All right, so before we finish the question, who on here is not open to eating groceries?
You want him to go down the line again, contestant 1?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm listening.
So yeah, the question is: are you contestant 1? Are you at least open to eating the groceries?
Oh my God. You know what? If it's round and juicy and enticing, I can't say I probably would not try a different experiment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just pulling the Hulk Hogan on y'all. Keep going. Contestant number 2.
I mean, it's something I'd have to think about. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe.
So there's potential there.
1 to 10, how strong is your maybe?
Shit. Let's see. Oh no, maybe a 5.
All right, so that's a 50% on the test. You failed. Contestant number 3, how open are you?
I'm open, and if you're gonna ask me 1 to 10, I think it's 4 and a possible 2.
Okay.
Oh, that's spade. My fault.
He said that's space.
Hold on, Reeks, you play spade, don't you? You know what 4 and 2 possibles is.
I only play bones. I don't play spades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she a Cali girl, man.
Damn, this hurts, man. All right. Damn, this is tough.
I'm surprised you feel like you have a decision already. Like
I do, and I feel like this next question is gonna be the question where I'm like, now I gotta make a choice. So PlayStation or Xbox? Contestant number 1.
oh, okay.
Oh my God, I'm PlayStation. I just like the feel of the controller. It's just been adaptable. What do you have? The 0, the X, the square, and the triangle, and just the feel for the R1, R2. And you're talking about a guy whose last console was God, I'm telling my age, a PS3. I didn't get the PS4 at all.
Okay, contestant number 2.
PlayStation all the way. You know, I mean, no disrespect to Xbox. Like my last console was a 360, but yeah, Sony got all the exclusives. It's more to choose from, more to do, more to play. Can't go wrong with that.
Respectable. Contestant number 3.
It's Xbox for me. I'm a tech guy. Microsoft. I like to keep it all kind of integrated there. So I like Microsoft better. I bought the original Xbox and I bought all the rest of them. So Xbox.
I am not gonna play with you, Raymond. I really feel like I know who contestant number 3 is.
You don't. I'm telling you,
I don't know contestant number 3.
You don't.
I feel like I just hung out with contestant number 3 last weekend in LA.
Oh no, that's not him. No, I promise. I put it on everything. I've never heard his voice, so that's funny if they sound like. I promise you, that's not him. I put it on everything.
Hey, I have knives.
Whoa there.
All right. Do y'all think I should make a decision now, Sel, or should I ask?
Do you have some more like intimate questions, or?
Oh, I have a lot of intimate questions.
Well, let's hear some of those because I know that's what the chat want to hear too. Like, I want to hear.
Aaron, the first round is just supposed to be like the fun.
Oh,
questions. Yeah.
Oh, so this is a. Oh,
I think she had 10 fun ones and 10 like
serious.
Okay,
ones.
so this is you're making a decision after this round.
Yeah, to cut someone out. Yeah, to eliminate.
Yeah.
Proceed.
How many questions I got left, Sel?
In my head, I think you have like 2 more.
I got
It's up
2.
to you, though.
It's up to you.
It's up to you if you only want to do one of them.
I got this, but I'm iffy about Mr. Xbox here. All right, so the next question: what can you never leave your house without? But it cannot be your phone, laptop, any electronics. What can you not leave home?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I can I cannot leave my beard brush, comb, or pick with a fist on it.
You're older and you have a beard?
Yeah.
Sorry. You have a beard? How long?
I hate to disappoint you, but I actually trimmed it down, but it's been growing back for the past few months. I kind of like to, it just feels like it can get wild and out of control. And I feel like you have to kind of do a reset. So I did a reset a couple of weeks ago, but I have to get it tight for the weekend because I'm actually going to a friend's wedding.
Would you trim it all the way short to like your skin, or like how short?
Oh, no, I think you got to have that. I feel like you got to have the shadow. You got to have some sense of, hey, you've been in the world for a while, have some professional gruffness about you. It just says a lot. It just says you've been around the block. Some people look cool with a lion's mane. Some people look good, like, I don't know, Panthro from the Thundercats. He has like a shadow of a beard, if you ever noticed.
You are definitely not lying about your age when you just said Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Oh. Okay, contestant number 2. What can you never leave your house without?
My gun. Yeah.
The heat,
like
bro. I need the stick on me at all times.
I need to stay prepared because there are crazies out here. Been a lot of crazy stuff going on lately, and I'd rather not be a casualty. If I know that I can defend myself and fight back whenever something happens, then hey, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm prepared to take a life if I need to. Yep.
What you got? I got a Smith & Wesson 9mm.
I got a Glock 21 Gen 3.
How often do you go to the shooting range?
Twice a month.
I feel safe all of a sudden. Okay, contestant number 3. Contestant number 3. What can you not leave your house without?
I never leave the house without my confidence. Every time I step outside of my house, that's what drives me right there. My confidence to succeed, my confidence to love, my confidence of my self-worth, confidence and love for my family and my friends. And I can't leave the house without that. That's what level sets me.
I feel like that was like overly emotional.
What?
No,
right.
I wasn't expecting that answer. That was deep. Okay.
All right, Rika. this is a great time to make it.
So just to make sure we understand, so you're gonna pick two, and then they're gonna move on to the more intimate questions.
Yes.
Okay.
You said pick two. What?
You can either just pick two or just make the cut. Just say whoever you're cutting. So.
I think I have a decision. I just want to be sure. Contestant number 3, was it you that said you don't like any animals at all?
That's correct. I don't like dogs or cats in my house.
All right, so this is where it gets a little serious. So if you had a partner, your primary partner or whatever you want to call it, and they had a cat, is that a what do you call it?
Deal breaker.
I can't get my words right now.
No, I date chicks with animals. I just don't have animals in my own house. That's why I said I was indifferent to them. Like I can coexist with them. I just don't like them in my house. That's me. I don't like them in the house, and I don't like them in the bed.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, they say.
Are you allergic to cats?
That goes on and off. Sometimes I will. I get allergies with them, and sometimes, like after I'm around them for a while, like I dated a chick and she had a cat, and at first, I could feel my allergies coming on, and the more I was around it, it was fine. I just don't like it in the bed. I mean, it should only be one pussy in the bed, unless it's a threesome. But either way, it shouldn't.
So you don't really fuck with cats, and you play Xbox?
Right.
It's so dumb.
It's dumb, bro.
Okay.
That's it.
What's up with Xbox, bro? Like, why you hating on Xbox?
It's a certain breed of dudes that chooses Xbox over PlayStation for me.
Okay, we need to have a talk after this, Rika, because
I mean, we can talk.
All right.
But okay. I'm sorry, contestant number 3. But I feel like I've hung out with you before. Like I have an inkling, and I feel like
you don't know him. You do not know him.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you for real. On some real stuff, I would.
Okay, well, it was the no cats and Xbox for me because I have a baby here, Luna. She probably hadn't, but yeah, I got a cat, and I'm like in love with her. I got her for my anxiety, and if I can't, be supported in that, I just fucking can't. But all right. So what's next? Sel?
All right. So.
Oh, hold on. Thank you for the opportunity, fellas. I really appreciate it. Rika, thank you for the time and the opportunity. So do I just hit leave and then just jump on the chat with everybody else?
Yep.
Yeah. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man.
Yeah. Hey, we definitely appreciate you. We know it takes a lot of nerve to do things like this, so we appreciate you jumping in.
Oh man,
it's
all love. It's fun. It's all love. It's all fun.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro.
Oh darn! It messed up my thing. Okay, when somebody left, it messed up my thing. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Stand by. I think they can still hear us, so y'all can still talk. But as that's happening, I'm gonna just be fixing the camera angle. So sorry about that, y'all.
Your camera got messed up when he left?
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna fix it. It's on my end.
Oh, you didn't turn off the?
No, because when I did that, it made the camera angles weird. But just go ahead and explain. No,
it's cool. Round. You didn't listen to anything I said yesterday. It's all good. No.
We good, bro. Hey, we good,
no, I'm
man.
joking, bro.
It's getting fixed. It's getting fixed, man.
I'm joking.
So Rika, this round, you can ask the more serious, the more intimate questions. Hopefully they're good. Are you leaning towards anyone at this point? I mean, you don't have to say.
I'm not at all. No.
Okay. So you're pretty much open right now.
Yeah, I got some serious questions now, though. This is where it's about to get a little bit of pressure.
Make it hot.
You're funny. All right, so next set of questions. We're in round 2, guys. Welcome to round 2. You get to see the pettier and more toxic side of me, if you will. You probably already have in the page. But my next question is, did you go to school? And if so, what for? Contestant number 1.
Yes, ma'am. I did go to school, and my major was, oh my God, it's been that long. Broadcast communications with a minor in English. So yeah, I pretty much did the whole course thing. I have experience in television production, radio broadcast journalism. Probably should have been in the on the news back in the day. Should have been a news anchor today if I'd have probably followed that path. But I do feel like what I actually focused on contributed to my skill set today in my current career.
You don't have to be too specific, but are you in the same field right now?
From what I went to school, you mean?
Yes, the journalism and broadcasting
No, ma'am.
communications.
No, I'm not. No.
What field are you in now? You don't have to be specific.
I'm actually a healthcare consultant with emphasis on pharmaceutical and life sciences and also government health.
That's dope. So I just finished professional law and ethics for healthcare. I think it was like 3 months ago. That class was actually a lot of fun. So we can actually talk offline about that stuff. But that's interesting. All right.
Okay.
Contestant number 2. Did you go to school? Did you finish? And what for?
Yeah, I went to school, graduated with a degree in animation. It was one of the things that I felt was my calling. And I consider myself to be a very creative person. So I currently don't work in the field full time. I do freelance animation and graphic design on the side, you know, and I do some personal projects of my own as well, you know, in hopes to create an animated series of my own, you know, try to create my own lane basically. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's dope.
So you're actively in that field right now.
As a freelancer, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. You watch anime, or is there a certain genre of animations that you're into?
Pretty much everything, anime included. I'd say I would say 90% of what I watch is animated.
What are your top 3 favorite animations right now?
As of currently, let's see. There's this new series on Amazon Prime called Invincible. It's actually pretty good.
That shit is dope.
Yeah, that's my number 1 right now. Number 2 would be Castlevania on Netflix. And number 3 would be, let's see, what would number 3 be? I would have to say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Probably one of the greatest animes in my opinion. So yeah, it's my top 3.
Castlevania was good. I started it and then got sidetracked. What was out back then? I think AOT season 3 was still hot when Castlevania first dropped on Netflix, but it's good. I started it. Do you watch AOT?
I did watch it for a while and it's actually pretty good, but you know, I tend to put things off. I haven't really been watching it for like the past few years, so I don't know what's going on in it now. So I got to get caught up.
Yeah, I'm hearing season 4 is crazy. I haven't started it yet, but I heard the ending towards the end of season 4 is kind of disheartening. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, Castlevania is dope. All right, I respect it. Did you watch this animation movie on Netflix called Blame? It's just a single anime movie. It's on robots and a lot of blood and gore.
I have not, but now I'm curious as to what that's all about. So I'm probably gonna watch that later this week.
Okay, yeah, it's called Blame. Blame. It's a really good movie. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
All right, so let's move on to the next question then. I know what you guys are into. Have you taken the Myers-Briggs test? If not, are you self-aware enough to know if you're an introvert or extrovert and why? Contestant number 1.
Oh man, the stats and surveys have almost flipped everything on its head now. I actually used to think I was an introvert, but I think you see all these little hybrid answers now where it says introvert, extrovert, which probably means like you like people, but you really need to be around yourself to kind of be balanced. I hope I didn't make that up, but that's kind of the gist or the vibes I get with some of these answers I see now. But I think that honestly describes me where I kind of need my peace, my solitude, because I feel like that gives me balance, and anybody who can match that, basically, to make a long story short, if your company matches my solitude, then we're pretty much good.
Yeah, somebody in chat said that's like an omnivert.
Yeah,
You
ambivert
know,
or ambivert.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they just trying to make shit up because if you recharge, well, never mind. I'm gonna let the second dude answer first. But anyway, I'm just saying the literature. I'm just saying the literature on introvert extrovert. I think is just kind of crazy right now. But
Yeah. Yeah. Contestant
Contestant
number
number
one
two,
thought you
have
said
you
he was
taken
making some
no,
shit.
no, no. That's why I clarified. I'm not. No, I'm not.
I did take that test. I think I took it about a year and a half ago. If I remember correctly, I was an extrovert. Let me see. I gotta look at my results again. Yeah, I was an extrovert, intuitive feeling, and judging personality traits. So those were the results that I got.
Okay, so let me go back then. So contestant number one, you kind of said you were an ambivert, sort of. Are you someone that always has to be around your partner? Let's say, for example, your partner is gone 4 to 5 days out the week for work, like out of state, out of town. Are you okay with being alone, or do you always have to have someone around you?
I'm actually okay with being alone because I feel like when you come into a situation and someone has a specific circumstance and they are dedicated to what they do and it's their passion, I mean, who am I as an individual to come in and change all of that? I do feel like, I feel like a special person can support what you're doing and add to what you're doing, not try to limit you or take away from what you're doing or add stress because you're passionate about what you do. So I hope that answers your question.
That didn't answer my question. So you're okay with being alone because
Yes,
the situation would kind of force you to be, or you're like genuinely okay with your solitude?
I'm genuinely okay with my solitude.
Because you were the one in the beginning that said you're happy being single, right?
That was three. That was contestant three.
Oh, that was Xbox? Ew. Okay.
I said one man can make a difference.
Not you.
All right. All right. Contestant number two. Um, what are your thoughts on your potential partner always being out of town for work? How much time do you feel like you need to have around your partner?
Okay. So let's say that they're out of town for work every week. If I'm able to spend at least 3 to 4 days with them, then I'm okay. You know, I feel like everybody should be able to have time for themselves and the things that they're interested in, whether it be their job or otherwise. But I don't necessarily require to be around my partner 24/7. As long as they're able to put any effort to make time to spend with me, I'm cool. But it doesn't have to be a 24/7 thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, 24/7 is too much. I'm really big on space. That's why I asked this question. Like I probably like my space way more than I should. Because
Mhm.
I haven't been in a serious relationship in like 8 years, 8 or 7 years. Like that's how much I like my space. So I think at this point, is it okay, Sel, if I ask them to ask me one question? Because I want to kind of see where their heads are at right now. Like what
Oh, that's nice.
It's your world, so go ahead.
all right, because I'm kind of curious to see. Contestant number one, what is one thing that you really want to ask me right now in front of everybody?
Absolutely. So, simple question. What drives you?
In life, just like in general,
Yes.
my family. I'm very family oriented. I'm an introvert, and I swear, like most of my energy, I will happily give it to my family, like my mother, my father. I'm very close with my father, and my brother. So my family, they pretty much motivate me. They're my mom is my biggest cheerleader. They are the ones that literally drive me to do what I do, and I literally would not be here without them. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Contestant number 2, what's your question for me?
Okay. What are your turnoffs or pet peeves?
Choosing Xbox over PlayStation.
Besides that,
Okay, we're done. No, I'm just kidding.
Pet peeves. Kids is one of them, but it can be very situational. But normally, kids are a deal breaker. If they're older kids, I honestly don't care. But kids is usually one. Cigarette smoking. I hate cigarettes. They smell really bad. I specialize in, I don't want to be too specific, but I specialize in lung health. So I'm really big on like preventative practices because so many people die from obstructive pulmonary disease every year. So I hate cigarettes. Another pet peeve, I don't like laziness. People that are lazy, male or female, it makes my ass itch. It's like, why are you sitting here not doing anything with your life? Like my ass is itching talking about it. But I hate laziness. And then my last pet peeve is hygiene. Like, okay, so let's get into that. So hygiene, thank you, contestant number 2, for bringing that up. I'm just curious to know, like, when you're in the shower, hopefully you prepped for this question. How do you clean your booty hole?
Oh my God, Rika.
She asked that in the comments last week.
can I go first?
I knew it was coming. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So when I'm in the shower, let's see. I get a towel. I soak it in both soap and water, and I cleanse my booty hole for about 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Wring the towel out. Then I spread my butt cheeks in the shower and let the water rinse the soap out of my booty hole. And then also, if I'm done taking a shit, I got like a pack of wet wipes. Use it to clean my booty hole with that as well.
What brand do you use of wet wipes? What brand?
Cottonelle.
The flushable ones?
Yes.
You're winning. Contestant number 1, how do you clean your booty hole?
I was dying over here. Y'all don't understand. Get that wash rag out the thing and make sure you. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's sorry. Oh my God, y'all! Y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I have this thing regarding like I'm actually a fan of the scrunch, the poof, or the loofah. But if you're gonna do the whole booty hole thing, why am I saying booty hole? If you're gonna do that whole thing, at least have a separate one for that, because you don't want to scrub your booty hole with that, then come back up and do your face, because you're really supposed to do like a car. You go from the top down. You go from the head and work your way down.
Hey, y'all are using your washcloths for your face? This might be a dumb question because my regimen's different.
That ain't what he said.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Oh my God.
He didn't
Contestant number 1. So when you wash, I'm just curious. I know dudes are a little different. Contestant number 1, when you wash your face in the shower, you use a cloth for that?
Actually, you can use like there's all these little other devices. Like you can use like those little, oh my God, what do you call those things? But they're scrubbing agents. But I mean, obviously
with a little circular motion, like a rotating toothbrush. Yeah, those are the ones I use.
But at the same time, God, that's too much for. I feel like for me, I'm Gen X. I'm probably a little bit too much for that. I would default to my hands, because that's just the default thing. You trust your hands to your face because you know your hands are going to be like the cleanest things. Even though they touch the most things and probably carry the most germs, it's probably the most dangerous thing to do. So I do feel like you have to check yourself and have something that like at least opens up your pores on your face, so you're preventing like all these types of oh my God, acne or what, whatever. So essentially that's oh God, yeah. I'm sorry. That's just you know how that ass itching you said earlier. My ass itching to answer that question.
Your ass itch, huh? It itches. Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, you use the
Okay.
little scrub things. Yes.
Got you. So I ain't even gonna hold you, contestant number one. Contestant number two is in the lead right now. But I'm not making a decision right now at all by any means. But I just wanted to let you know contestant number two is in the lead. For one, he either paid attention a week before when we had this discussion on the page, or two, he genuinely just cleans his booty hole real good, and I like I commend that.
Now, are you
So
are you asking if they clean that area so that you can get some of the groceries?
yes, potentially, but my concern is in the previous round, no one was open to eating booty. So now I have to ask, would you get your groceries ate? Yes or no, and why?
I'm going to say no because I ain't putting myself in that position. I'm sorry. Can you just imagine yourself just sitting there? Like, never mind. I can't.
I
I'm
mean, it's
sorry.
not like you laying there with your legs up.
There are so many ways, so many passive ways you can get to that position you're talking about that you would not want to be. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sorry.
The way he just giggled. Contestant number two.
I never really thought about that being done to me ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I guess whatever happens in the bedrooms between you and I, right? You know what I'm saying? So I would be open to having that done to me. You know? Yeah, I'd be open to it.
God damn it, you're in the lead.
I mean,
This is tough because I really like number one.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could try it, and see where it goes. And I mean, go from there,
All right. And then when you get flipped and upside down, don't. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Let's move on to the next question, shall we? Okay. So, my next question is, Sal, shut the hell up. Look at you dying over there. What is your greatest achievement? And why does it mean so much to you? Contestant number one.
That is a great question. My greatest achievement. I think that changes I don't know, when you get up in age, I think it changes every score of your life. If you'd asked me this 20 years ago, I would have said my greatest achievement was the first in my family to go to college since my uncle 20 years prior. And then after that, it all felt like ducks in a row, but that's neither here nor there. So I would say my greatest achievement is just still I feel like my best days have not come. And that's my honest answer. Like I feel like my ceiling has not been approached yet because you're still on that journey. You're looking for that vehicle to get where you want to go, or at least where I want to go. Somebody else on the outside looking in can tell you some things about me, which that would be humbling. But at the same time, I would have standards. So I'm my own worst critic. So I would probably tell you I haven't seen my ceiling yet, and I haven't seen my best days. So therefore, I don't feel like my best moments happened yet.
But ain't you like half a century old though?
Well, there's a difference between isn't there a difference between age and time?
Yeah, but I feel like you've had to have lived a lot of your life.
You'll be amazed at some of the things that you basically, for a Gen Xer to essentially think about all the Gen Xers and the curses they haven't broken. So it's kind of like I actually get inspired from you guys, the slightly younger people. I'm like, look at these guys making moves, making changes. So I know, like I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but my uncle was old school and stubborn. Thought younger people couldn't tell him anything, like he couldn't learn anything from someone younger. But I can easily learn things from any of the gentlemen on this panel any week that I've ever tuned in, and people just like them. And I think that makes me better for that because, there's just little things like knowledge that they drop with regards to, hey, let's have a show about financials because no one's teaching that in school, or you may not have had that family with that mindset that says, hey, you need to learn how to manage your money, blah 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 blah. So I feel like in that regard I'm stepping out of a mold and educating myself, like I'm sure my contestant brother number two is already there, so I give him props for that, and contestant number three that was there. So I look up to gentlemen like them and gentlemen on this panel and young women who are driven like yourself. So you guys inspire me. Sorry for the BS, but it's real.
That was deep. No, that was deep, and that wasn't BS. At first, I was like, "Here he go, beating around the damn question again." But you said some respectable shit, like for real. Like you're humble enough to be like, "Oh, okay, these brothers out here, they're probably a quarter of a century younger than me. I have to keep throwing jabs at you, but I'm still learning stuff. Like I feel like it's important to forever be a learner in anything in life, any aspect, your craft, in your faults, your love life. Everyone should just always be learning. So that was legit. I respect that. All right, contestant number two, you're welcome. What's your greatest achievement?
So far, my greatest achievement would be getting my CDL, my commercial driver's license. When I got it, I was kind of in a rut financially and mentally. I had a lot going on. And instead of making excuses, I decided to, take the first step and figure out how I can make my situation better. And acquiring my commercial driver's license was the first step I made towards that. It opened up a lot of financial opportunities, job opportunities, etc. So things are better for me now than before I got it. So if anything, I would say it's acquiring my CDL.
I didn't even know you had your CDL. Do you ever do routes out here to the West Coast?
Nah, I'm mostly local. I don't move freight, but I move concrete mainly for construction. So I drive the concrete mixers with the drum on the back. Yeah, all of that's local. You put in a lot of hours, but I like the job, and for right now, it's exactly what I need. It's not something that I see myself doing for the rest of my life, but things are good. Things are better now than they were. So yeah, mostly a local driver, nothing across country.
Okay. All right, you guys are very interesting so far. Oh, I heard echo. Sorry. My next question is, what are your takes on religion? What is your faith? How big are you into it?
To summarize, spiritual, but not religious. I was raised in a church where my grandmother would take me and my brother every Sunday. So I'm definitely familiar with the experience. And um, as a young guy, you go, no questions asked. You meet people there, you fellowship, you enjoy it. And of course, you get all the stereotypes when you go to church. Who made that potato salad. And you get to hear all that stuff. And don't laugh at the preacher when he starts saying "ha" and all that. But at the and you're in church and they got those Martin Luther King fans and it's hot in there, and those are the fans that are going back and forth. I hope I'm painting a picture for you guys. But yes, I was definitely raised in the church, and I feel like I'm spiritual enough where I talk to a higher power every day. Um, Before when I get up, before I start work, when I'm driving on the highway, when I'm in Target, I feel like there's not a particular set day or time for me to, you know, talk to him or talk to higher be. Um, Having said that, I feel like my grandmother instilled enough in me where, hey, I might just get up one morning and go to church. We all pass several churches during any given course of a week. So and they will all welcome you with open arms. I mean, it don't even have to be a church. I mean, you could be shopping and you meet somebody who is a member somewhere, and they'll offer you to come fellowship with them. Those are probably your angels reaching out to you, or somewhere in there. I always say my grandmother's prayers have protected me and kept me where I am today. So sorry, another long drawn out answer, but that's me.
No, you're good. So you're spiritual, but you don't have a particular faith. Like you believe in a higher power, but you wouldn't say, oh, it's Christianity, or oh, it's Southern Baptist or
Yeah,
Catholic.
Southern Baptist, Methodist, Christian. I mean, you see all those different sects, but at the same time, I mean, I grew up in a town where those type of churches were all on the same street. So whoever was cooking chicken that day, that's the one we was going to.
All right, contestant number 2. What are your ideas on faith? What do you follow? How deep are you in it?
Yeah, I'm not religious. I was raised a Christian for most of my life, but I got to a point in adulthood where I started to question a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Question religion, specifically Christianity. And I came to the conclusion that Christian faith was not for me. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that there is a God or a supreme being, but my views on that differ greatly from those who are Christian. But like I said, I just have a lot of questions. I question a lot of what's in the Bible and things like that. And like I said, I decided that that's not something that I'm interested in. I remember even growing up as a Christian, sometimes, well, a lot of times, I used to sit in the church and I would dread being in there because I felt like it didn't fit in. So, yeah, not religious at all.
I'm really impressed, Sel, that you chose these dudes because, like, me and both of them have this in common. Like, my views are literally the same as both of y'all's. That's amazing. Okay, so that's deep. All right. So I wanted to get into a very pressured question real quick. Because something you said, contestant number 1, made me kind of think of it just slightly. Random. What are your thoughts on prenuptials, contestant number 1?
That's a good question, man. I think, well, oh my God, what is it? What would it have? That's just something that I've seen on the outside looking in over the years, and you only see people who are like celebrity status come with those type of things. But I will say, anyone who has worked hard to establish themselves and doesn't want to lose it just because somebody they sleep beside decides they wake up one morning they don't love them anymore and they want to take half of their stuff. Uh, I would, if you go into a situation like that and you two have been adults and you talked about it, you addressed it, and it doesn't take the sting away from your relationship, which I don't think I don't think money should take away from any two people who are digging each other, but you have to be smart. So to answer your question, no, I wouldn't have any issues with that if you wanted to go in a prenuptial agreement to protect the things that you have established for yourself, and
Okay.
vice versa.
Like,
Mhm,
you agree with it. Okay.
mhm.
Contestant number 2.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with a prenup. I mean, if you've worked hard to uh, acquire assets and things like that by yourself, I mean, and then you decide to get married to somebody, you want to make sure that those assets are protected. You know what I'm saying? I know from experience with friends and family, you know what I'm saying? That's a hard conversation to have with someone that you want to marry, but I think it's a conversation that's necessary, especially if you've been married before. Acquire
So if I
assets
ever
and
found
things
myself
like
in that
that,
position,
then hey, I would talk about it. Hey, let's talk about this prenup. I mean, it might mess things up for us, but I think it's a conversation worth having. So yeah, I'm with it.
Have y'all ever been married before? Contestant number 1.
No, never been married.
Hold up, bro. You half a century old and you ain't never been married?
Nope, never been married.
Why?
That is a great question, and I have an interesting answer. You remember what we were talking about earlier about how you really felt like you didn't really fit in. And I think a lot of Gen Xers that were African American and kind of and sort of intelligent, that we grew up with a lot of, I wouldn't say bullying, not in a physical sense, but that too. But then you get bigger about it. But anyway, I would say that like for example, everybody on here who's speaking good English, who's enunciating, who is pronunciating, back in the day they would say you sound white,
Mm-hmm.
when it's actually not the fucking case.
They
Excuse me.
they still do that now. They do that
It,
now.
and I will correct anybody, and I will challenge them. I'm like, you think you learned this from somebody who doesn't look like you? You think all this derived from somebody who doesn't look like you? So it's really the opposite. So I feel like a lot of the toxic things, like the women in my hood, if I wasn't kin to them, I felt like the impression was they had to be off with somebody who had a ear to the street, who had this,
They want a hood dude.
yeah. And trust me, guys who are nerds and guys who are hood, they get along great with each other. Sometimes it can be the women who separate the two. I've seen groups of guys get together and laugh at women who think these two guys are that opposed. They think they're diametrically opposed to each other. No, they all have the same end in mind. You just have to choose which car you get in to go down the highway. So, um, I do think with that mindset, that can kind of leave you out, and you get yourself in a place where you can start. You have to think about what you're focused on. I look at, like you said, I'm half a century old, but I look at my situation now. I look at anybody who didn't graduate high school, who quit school, who didn't go to college, who flunked out, who got married early, who got divorced later, who got married. I got a best friend that's been married 3 times. He married the same girl twice, but I still love him. But but some guys are just like that with women. But I bet you he would trade lives in terms of like dating careers, so to speak. Having said that, I do feel like you can't rush. I think you put. Sorry about that. My mic went out. If you put a timetable on certain things, I think that's what rushes people to make premature decisions. I have a cousin who got married twice. His first marriage, he felt like he panicked because he was turning 30, and that marriage didn't last a year.
Yeah, so many. You know what? I actually got triggered by that earlier today. A family member was on one of my posts. Y'all probably gonna go look at this now. But a family member was on there saying, "Oh, you just bought this house. When are you gonna look for a husband or kids?" And I'm just like, why is that the next step? You know? So when you
Exactly.
basically said you were half a century old and never been married, I was actually surprised. I wasn't really harping on what's wrong with him. I was just like, okay, why hasn't he gotten married? Because like really, why hasn't he? Because I feel like at your age, there was so much pressure 10, 15 years ago to like get
Hmm.
married and have kids. And because I feel like the pressure is really bad now. But back then when you was coming up in the 1800s,
Yes.
I said what
Yes.
I said.
Yes.
Um,
I
that
said what
pressure
I
was
said.
pressure. It was pressure. So
Yeah, and they look at you like you're a failed experiment if you didn't have all the. But I look at the trade-off. I look at those people who tried to like fill those measurements and fill those regular standard statistics, and I think those people just were not happy, and they would trade being single longer, being having a sense of discovering who they are to themselves longer. So then, if you know yourself and you love yourself, then you're not looking for a better half because you're whole on your own. You're just finding somebody who complements you and makes your existence that much greater. You don't look for somebody to, that's just my opinion. You don't look for somebody to complete you because you're already complete.
ooh, sorry. I just got chills. Um,
Hey,
I'm
Rika,
yeah, what's up, so?
yo, 10-minute warning. You wanted me to give you, the right
Yeah.
time that you have
Oh,
left.
thanks.
10-minute
No,
warning.
I should be fine. The movers just left the house. So I think I should be good for now. I'm gonna kind of make this a little weird now.
Hold on,
Question.
did you ask contestant number 2? That was just
Yeah.
contestant number 1, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
want to ask contestant number 2 a whole different question.
cool. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Contestant number 2, you seem very open-minded. What are your thoughts on polyamory?
Here's where we separate the man from the boy, right here.
Polyamory is okay. Not to say that I would do anything like that, but I can respect someone who is into that. You know what I'm saying? As long as everybody is open and transparent about, the kind of relationships they want with each other in that particular setting, then I don't see a problem with it.
Okay, I'm not surprised you told me that answer. I had an idea. Okay. So I'm gonna I think that was round 2, Sel. I'm gonna ask them to ask me a question again for the end of this round.
Okay.
Contestant number 1, do you have a question for me?
Oh, let's see. The questions I have. Well, I'm only gonna ask you one. Um, let's see. Yeah, you strike me as definitely not to you are you are so far from typical, and it's definitely your uniqueness that the last place you need to be is on a dating show. But let me ask you this: do you feel like you intimidate a lot of men?
Uh-oh.
Raymond.
She about to get on her soapbox.
That's all right, because I went off my tangent. It's her turn.
I do. And to answer your question, I don't even think that I intimidate a lot of men. I didn't know I intimidate a lot of men until a lot of the guys I were dating were straight up telling me, "Hey, you're a little bit much." Recently, so I'm not even gonna hold you guys. I asked you guys when was the last time y'all were romantic with somebody. I'm dating several people right now, like actively dating. There's this guy I've been dating who's your age, contestant number 1. He
Oh,
has
geez.
yeah, he has I don't want to get too much details. He has a kid that's around the same age as myself and a kid that's the same age as your oldest child. But we connect a lot. And we've been talking for about a year. It's not ever going to escalate because we have an understanding. He has a primary person, and I totally accept that. We hang out when we do. We have a good connection. But he was the first person that legitimately told me how severe, I wouldn't even say it's a severity level type thing, but he was the first one that pulled me to the side and was like, look, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm open and I'm trying to be openly communicative. I don't even know if I'd say I'm country as hell. I'm from Louisiana. That might not be a word.
That's
but
it. That's it.
I said it right. Thank you. But he straight up told me, he was like, I'm gonna be real. I've been around for a while and dated a lot of women, but I do not know how to deal with your personality. And I was kind of just like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, it's intimidating. And it doesn't scare me away, but it makes me kind of cautious when I'm around your energy. Cause like I kind of feel basically less than a man, lesser of a man. So I have been told I'm very intimidating and I've accepted it. I talked to my psychologist about it. I'm crazy as hell. I have a therapist. And I be talking to her and she low key get on my nerves. I told her last week, I'm like, you asked too many questions, and she started laughing at me. But she told me, hey, real talk. She told me that the right person would be like openly taking me in despite how strong or intimidating I am. So I believe that, you know. But yeah, I have been told that I'm very intimidating to say the least, and can't help it. So you can wipe your ass with that. Did that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, sir. Contestant number 2, what's your question for me?
Okay. Have you ever experienced loss? And if you have, in what way has it changed you?
Oh man. God, why are you asking emotional questions? Yes. So I'm a combat veteran. That's how I know Aaron. We served at a duty station together. I had a deployment to not Iraq. I was in Afghanistan like 7 or 8 years ago. Saw a bunch of things. So I experienced loss a lot. And I've been in healthcare the past 10 years, so I probably see loss every other day. Um, you said, how does it change me?
I was asking, how has it changed you?
It makes me numb to some things. Like when people complain, like remember how earlier I said I don't like when people are lazy. I don't like when people are lazy and complain. When you complain about things, I sit here and think about how you literally have 24 hours in a day to change your life. So I feel like when you see somebody lose their life, especially when they're so young, it makes you realize how much time you really have and how much time you need to be taking advantage of while you're here. So I kind of like live life to the fullest. It's definitely changed me for the better. When I started realizing I was seeing a lot of loss, I picked up different hobbies from the different guys I was dating. Like I ride motorcycles. I have a bike in there. Anytime I'm stressed or feeling down, or I'm just like, oh my God, I just can't do life no more, I'll go ride my bike for like an hour or two. I dance, not on the stripper pole, but that's an option. But I just have a lot of hobbies and I just take advantage of my time and just like try to perfect every hobby that I have in craft. So just live life to the fullest, I guess.
Okay, cool.
All right. So how many questions do you think I have left? Because I think I know who my
One
person.
more, and then pick a winner.
All right. God.
Or if you want to pick a winner now, go ahead.
No. I want to ask um a question.
Rick's
So
got some good questions, dog.
yeah. If you could change one thing in your past that you've done wrong, and it cannot be something that's linked to your career, something in your personal life that you could take back, what would it be, contestant number one?
Probably. You have to stop me if this is I don't know. I think it affected a. I don't think it would have affected my career path. Bottom line, I probably would have rejected the option of being a student athlete and just being a full scholarship, academic scholarship athlete. Even though that was my vessel getting into college, it wasn't my only outlet. Like whether I was getting a scholarship or not in basketball, I just knew there was just some sort of destiny I had as far as like a higher education. Um, I just felt like that was it. In retrospect, it became a job for me when I used to love playing it as a kid. Um, by the time I was like a junior or senior in college, it was just more like a job. And I actually enjoyed the classes and would take internships on purpose to get out of like avoiding practice and things like that, at least basketball practice and things like that. So I would have opted to probably do a different route. And my dad pushed the military way back when I was in sixth grade. And,
That was
you
like
know,
in the 1800s. What was that, World War II?
yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, and this is probably going to spill off into another topic. My mom and dad were never, I mean, they were in a relationship when they had me and then my younger brother, but it was never. I mean, we came up in a stable environment, but they never lived together, and we never had mom and dad right there. Like my dad was 15 miles in another town, and he was still kind of wild, but my mom was kind of petty. I learned that later on. My mom did some. I love my mom, but she did some stuff to make my dad do the things that he did too. Having said that, if I had listened to him and went to the military, I'd probably be more well traveled because I have started to scratch that itch because I knew I was destined to do it. It just would have happened 15, 20 years earlier uh, had I listened to him. But when you got somebody that's kind of scorned at your father, you know, it could be something as petty as him getting you boxing gloves for Christmas and her hiding them under the bed. You never see them for like 6 years. So yeah, just little things like that.
That's a very interesting dynamic. So you would take back your sports scholarship. You mentioned that you played basketball. What position?
I was I'm only this I don't think this will give me away. I'm 6'4.5", 6'5", maybe.
That's what I was getting into because I was like, if you got a
She was trying to
scholarship,
make sure you were
well,
short.
I kind of know how tall you are.
I played well in my area, like I played forward and center in high school, but in college I still played the same spot, but there were people my height that would play wing and perimeter. So I was just made from a different cloth. If my back is to the basket, I'm scoring on Marcel. It's just how it is.
Funny.
No way.
Well, I'm so happy he
Sel
didn't
don't even
say
be in there, bro. Sel be on the outside, knocking them down like
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
not getting the ball back because I'm
I have
shooting
to.
threes.
Hey, when
Not
she
getting the ball.
right. Sel be out on the outside like Steph,
when
bro.
she asked that, I was like, yo, if he say he like less than 5'7", it's over. I was like, it's done. Oh man.
Okay, so Africa, I think you have to ask.
Oh, contestant number. I didn't realize I was on mute. I'm sorry, Sel. So
No,
contestant number 2. What is one thing in your personal life you would take back? It cannot be professionally related. What would you change?
I would have held off on college a little bit longer. The reason why I say that is because both my mom and dad, they put a lot of pressure on me to go to college after high school, immediately after high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't ready and I didn't know how to communicate that. So it ended up being a situation where I was going to school because it was what my parents wanted and not because it was what I wanted. I was still trying to figure things out and figure out what it is I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But I was kind of just living for my parents at the moment. And I don't feel good about that. I felt that if I held back on going to college, I would have been able to figure things out on my own, figure out what it is I want to do much faster, and maybe be in a much better position, So that's what I would change.
That's amazing for me to hear that when people will be like, oh, I wish I had waited to go to college. Because I'm just like, damn, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I've had a really good experience. Well, I've been in school for like the last almost 10 years. Yeah. Oh my God. I would have been in school for 11 years this year. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of good things came from college for me. But everyone's experience is different. So I totally respect that. Interesting. Okay, you guys, I think I know who I'm picking.
Oh yeah?
Oh, drum roll.
Yes. And I'm surprised to say the least at my decision. Marcel, do you think you know why I'm surprised?
No, I don't.
So full of shit. I hate you. Okay. Before we finish, did either of you two gentlemen have a question for me, or did you want to?
I want to get to the winner.
No, hold on, wait. Didn't we say we was gonna let them give like a last 30 seconds?
Sel trying to end the show, bro.
Yeah, Sel trying to end the show. No, we're not doing it. You still got 2 minutes. Hey, so contestant number 1 and number 2, give like a quick 30-second. I literally mean 30-second reason why you should get picked.
And we will cut you off at 30 seconds.
He will.
All right. The reason why contestant number 1 should be picked is because he is actually flexible with the things that with her ebbs and flows. And I feel like if she is passionate and focused on doing things or might get emotional about things, contestant number 1 might be a bit even. He might be way even keeled and can adapt and navigate around any issues, and we would be okay.
Boom.
All right. 30 seconds. He made it. All right. Contestant number 2.
I hate questions like this. Okay, so the reason as to why you should pick me is because I'm believing everybody being their best selves. You know what I'm saying? I believe in everybody doing what it is that makes them happy, whether you're with me or if you're not with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the kind of wow. Well, okay.
But you look like you was about to end in your bag. So go ahead, say the last few words you were gonna say.
I was gonna say that everybody's happiness is their responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, the purpose that I like to serve is to build on that happiness. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good. All right, Rika, the moment we've all been waiting for.
I had to refer to my notes. I think it's contestant number 1.
That's your winner?
That's my choice. And I'm surprised because he has kids.
He does not have kids.
No, that was number 3 that had kids.
The half a century dude has kids.
No, that was number 3.
That was 3.
Whoa, wait, sir. Number 1. So you half a century old and you really don't have kids?
I really don't have any kids. What a record scratch sound.
Number 1. Number 1.
Number 1, claim your prize.
Oh my goodness.
What happens from here, so?
Well, you guys can go ahead and communicate. Contestant number 1, go ahead and get in her inbox. And,
okay, yeah. I was about to say, so you want him to do it right here, bro? Like,
nah.
I was gonna say, are y'all revealing what the
he can reveal himself if he wants to.
It's gonna mess up the format, but
it's gonna mess up the format on the thing.
No, we can recut it though.
I ain't gonna mess up. I won't mess up the format. I'll just message. I'll message Miss Africa.
Okay.
We'll post in the
DMs.
Well, you ready to eat the ass, bro? You ready to eat the ass?
I'm in the
DMs. And for contestant number 2, still hit the DM since she in the poly life. So, oh well.
All right. I ain't gonna lie though. This whole thing was it was pretty fun though. You know what I'm saying? Respect. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, hey, in all seriousness, man, it does take, it takes some confidence to come on here and do this. You know what I'm saying? And put yourself out there, like Raymond was saying earlier. So, we did it in fun to just have a good time. But we really appreciate y'all stepping up.
Yeah. Sure. A lot of people were scared, and y'all weren't scared. So
I'm ready to be on the
stage. Says a lot
now.
about y'all character.
Thank y'all for asking,
contestant, bro.
No, but I wanted to shout out, Sel, Aaron, Raymond. Y'all did a good job picking people. Like, I'm actually really impressed with what y'all did here. I respect it. Because that's a whole lot of fuck ninjas in the comments on y'all page. I didn't know there was I didn't know there was decent humans on the page.
Wow.
I wasn't aware of this.
That is what we do here at Black is More. We have outstanding gentlemen to choose from for the women that are single in the group.
Yes.
Hey, everyone in the comments is mad. Everyone wants to see what number 1 looks like.
Hey man, we might you know what?
I can do it if he wants
to.
Post
a picture. We can post a picture.
I can if he does the Zoom, I can do it real quick, but
yeah, we just have to recut it. It's really sad. I don't know how much more time you got. We're gonna have to recut the layout when he comes on.
I can just put it on the right side. It's all good. I can do it. Just contestant 1, just reveal your camera.
Lord Jesus.
You good, man? Hey, you don't want, bro. Ain't no pressure no more, bro. You don't want.
Wow.
You don't want, bro.
I knew it.
Y'all know each other.
Oh my God.
We already been messaging.
You know
that. But I know there was an interest. Okay. I'm gonna just do it then. We already been talking. We good.
I just want to say I
Wait.
did
Don't nobody go nowhere because I got to show.
Okay,
I gotta
we
show
got
everybody.
king number two. We got king number two.
Oh my God! That is too.
Hold on, because they
like
can't see y'all. They
him.
can't see y'all. Hold on, I gotta put this up.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm having to cut everybody too.
Hold on,
Oh my God. That's crazy. Y'all so handsome on camera. Look at y'all.
Oh, whatever. Thanks.
I came up on here busted, sweaty, musty. I'm so disrespectful.
I ain't even matching, so it's all
A
good.
long fucking day. Oh, look at the freaking transformer clock. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's the Autobot.
Yes. Oh my God.
Hold on, y'all. I know the chat like, hurry up. I'm trying, y'all. Just be patient.
Yeah,
Be
Twitch.
patient.
I know. I'm trying to Twitch.
They in the comments freaking out right now.
We don't have a cutout for 6 people, so we having to like do it on the fly.
I'm so mad. So basically, Raymond, y'all lied to me when I said I kind of had a feeling who the dudes was. But
No,
you
I don't. So I knew it wasn't who you thought I knew. I don't know contestant number 1 and 2 though. They're cool peeps, but I don't.
Oh, okay. I was like, I will literally cut all of you.
Wow.
Sorry. That's what's up, though. I had fun. This was fun, you guys.
Yeah, thank y'all for bringing me on. I really appreciate it. It's fun. It mixes up the day. It definitely does.
I mean, hey, bro.
It's fun as hell. No lie.
And I went to, when she asked about the KFC and all the Popeyes or the whatever, I'm gonna sit here. I just came from Bojangles.
Oh,
Bojangles is lit.
So you're an independent. That's what you
Their Go-Berry biscuits, amazing.
Yeah.
And Mr. Gifted Ruler, I had a feeling it was you when you told me the washcloth and then the open of the booty cheeks. I was like, I know who this is and I like him.
Yeah, he basically gave like an identical answer from the post like last week. I was like, damn it, he might be giving it away.
I was hoping she forgot.
You're right, yeah.
Oh no, sir, I don't forget things like that.
She don't forget
Right,
booty cheeks being spread. So no.
I saw that post. I dropped my head.
Yeah, I don't forget hot water and washcloths and booty cheeks.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, it was real. I'm gonna hop in both of y'all DMs.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Rika,
Hey,
you gotta.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna just be real, you
You're
guys.
supposed to say that after the show.
I'm not drinking. I'm completely sober. I'm hopping in both of them DMs tonight, and we still gonna talk.
So somebody asked who was number 3 was my cousin. You was about to be a part of the family.
Well, we have 2 winners, I guess. But
No, number 1 won, but I'm hopping in both of them DMs, and both of y'all gonna respond to me. So it is what it is.
All right.
Okay.
Well, tonight was a success. We have 2 winners. I mean, 1 winner. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say? Any announcements? Justin?
All I heard was 6'4" and beard.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure everybody in the group know we are doing a invite. What do we call it? Invite Palooza. Whoever invites and gets accepted. The most important part is that the people have to be accepted in the group. You can invite people, but they might not join. So invite people and get them accepted. Whoever has the most by next Wednesday's show, at the end of next Wednesday, we will be announcing our $100 winner. So you have 1 more week to invite as many people and get them accepted as possible. But it's been a tremendous amount of chat in the group and a tremendous amount of people inviting people. So we appreciate all of the activity for sure.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Sal, you got anything, bro?
No. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all the contestants. Thank you, Rika, for having the courage to, set some time aside and pick 2 winners. I never thought you were going to pick 2 winners, but I mean.
Well, I mean, are you surprised that I picked?
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
You already said something about the membership drive, right?
Yeah, I just talked about membership drive. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Thank you guys. See you guys next week.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, y'all have a good night. Thanks for inviting me, guys. Appreciate